you can see, this talk is going to be like universal fusion of the team, like really like some spooky stuff, some secret stuff. Like I don't know what it's going to be about as well. So let's just meet and greet a little bit. So yeah, my name is Pavel. I'm from Minsk. I'm doing my best in leading my like best team at some company. Also, I'm doing like some mentoring stuff about the React and stuff. Also, I'm a conference speaker, conference organizer. We have another community front spot and BeerJS as well. Okay, but actually it doesn't matter because we are all the same, right? Like every day, like no matter which title you have, like whether you're a backend developer, you're a front-end developer, the basic stuff is the same, like Twitter, YouTube, Netflix, what else? And then probably you face the reality that somehow you need to realize how to solve these simple action items. Like, I just want to buy or I want to rent an apartment. How can I do it? Or I just want to renew my driving license. How can I do it? Or I just want my pet being vaccinated. Okay, so basically YouTube won't help that, right? Or like any other stuff, or Netflix or whatsoever. So basically you have to go to some place, right? I mean, like to some government place, and I'm pretty much sure that in Ukrainian it's going to be Miska Rada, right? Where you, yeah, and it's going to be something like that, right? So in Belarus it's the same, like absolutely the same. And actually, yeah, I feel your pain, bro. Yeah, so, and it's just like a time killer. Like you're gonna spend the whole day here, you won't find any like solution. That, yeah, like e-government, right? Like 2019, right? So yeah, and and in Belarus we have like additional websites for that purpose, like for this like city government stuff. Yeah, so, and in Minsk it's like this, yeah, like pretty much informative, right? Like you can easily like find everything you want here, like a lot of like flash animations. Yeah, it's like really great one. And I was pretty much amazed when I first time saw that. Then I just keep my, like investigation of this matter, and in the another cities, so they have like even better websites. So they have like beautiful navigation right there, some like next song, or I don't know, like play. But, yeah, like why? Okay, and then this kind of like a trap zone over there, so you cannot like unscroll it or scroll it or whatever. And then I was like pretty much shocked, really. And then I found like another one, so it's gonna be like, oh, hello from Windows 8, right? Like squares, grids, yeah. And I thought that's probably people in Brest, so actually this is the city Brest, so they have this amazing website. I just wanted to know how they find some stuff, because actually search component is missing here. Like for sure. Like the goddamn search. Yeah, but still they have the accessibility button, which was missing in the previous one, and I just remind you that we are talking about the government sites. Just like flashback to the accessibility talk, I mean the lightning talk. Okay, and once we click the accessibility version, yeah, it's pretty much like okay for accessibility, I mean, but in terms of performance, it really sucks. And you see that, okay, you cannot see that poor accessibility. So basically, there is no alt for any image here, like, okay, guys. And yeah, and performance is really, really bad. So, what common things these websites have? So I just want to list the 6 things that they have in common. Well, of course, they have the various tech stack. I mean, like once you deep dive into the like elements on the page, you can see like really like bloody console, like a lot of comments, like whatsoever, I don't know just what it is, but it's really some like legacy old like different tech stack. Well, of course they have jQuery, right? Just I don't know why, but still they have. Another like kind of like spooky thing is that basically they all have like different names. I mean, like you want like .gov or .city or /city, like it's really like difficult to find. Well, of course, poor accessibility, if any. Yep. that happens as well. And just check what happens. Okay. Low performance. Yeah, like once you try to open this any website on the mobile, yeah, like you'd better like wait like I don't know like 2 minutes or something like that. It's really like friendly. I mean like really. And of course they have unique design, like like really unique design. Like you won't forget it. Like it's gonna be like your best nightmare ever, right? Like once you see that, like it cannot be unseen, right? And I was like, thinking that probably in different countries they might have the same or they might not have the same situation. And I just checked what they have in New York City, and it's kind of easy and it's really understandable because you won't find a job. Probably you want to get your ID or you want to pay a parking ticket, right? It's just the most like common things to do. And by the way, there is like a message just up the front that you can fool the view version of the site like by navigating, and this is like the basic stuff. Still, they have like navigation, search, and whatsoever. And actually, this is kind of nice. I mean, there are no like flashy animations. I've checked the performance tools. I mean, like all the audits, they have like brilliant results here. And the common thing that basically unites all the government websites in US is United States Web Design System, right? Just something kind of like unknown, right? But once you check it, it's pretty much okay. So there is like explanation of what is going on, like a design system for the federal government. We make it easier to build accessible, mobile-friendly government websites for American public. Also, it's HTTPS, so there is like green indication that this is like trustworthy site. You can like do it what you want, and there are a lot of information like for developers, for designers as well, like some examples of the elements. And what is actually inside of design system, right? Because it's quite new thing here. I mean, like worldwide. So let's like deep dive into it and see just what it is. So basically, design system is a common combination of different blocks. The first one is kind of like required one is like foundation, so to say. It is the combination of icons, typography, colors, grids definition, spaces definition, and all stuff. I mean, that's kind of like good stuff for designers, so they have all things in one place. Also, it's might be UI kit library, like for sure, like for 100%. There's starts like elements, components, modules, pages, or if you talk about the atomic design, you can see here atoms, molecules, organisms, and so on and so forth. Also, you can find their like guidelines, brand book, playbook, resources, articles, whatsoever, just to give you the understanding of what it is and what it's actually providing you with. So Salesforce has an amazing design system, which is called Lightning as well. Google with Material Design system. Microsoft, their design system is called Fluent Design. So as you can see, they all different, but under the hood, they all contain the same information like UI kit and then also some definitions as well. Some companies like Workday provided recently design system, even SAP, and even Audi, the car manufacturer, decided to go with design system and provide a user, developers, designers, the information about the brand itself, how to understand it like better. But anyways, that all looks great, and do we really need it? Like, I mean, like we all have like Svelte, React, and lots of ones, and really, do we need it? Well, let's answer these questions together. I don't know, maybe it's gonna be good like if you can raise your hand, like I mean like let's do some exercises since it's the last talk, okay? So do you have design hell at your project? I mean, you use like PSD files, GIF, Sketch, WebP, Flash, PowerPoint, like for images, JPEG. And like once you open the story, you see that, okay, so it was like final design, PSD file, okay, cool. Then it was final design, okay, kind of like not the same, but still, final, edited, design, and now it's JPEG file. Oh yeah, that's great. And then Kate just did a favor and then just put it back to the PSD file and then like final edited design by Kate. Yeah, and you cannot tell like which file you have to use, and it's really like design hell. Another hell that you might well, just a sec, just raise your hand like, or you all like work in an ideal world. Okay, okay, okay. So the next portion of hell, source of truth hell. You have a Jira story, right? With PSD file in it. I mean like this one, the first one, or the second one. Okay, it's pretty much straightforward. Okay, and it's not quite clear which file you have to use, right? So you go to emails, right? And someone just pointed you that, well, actually we have Jira bug related to the design. Okay, then you have like another email, which like basically forwards you to Confluence page, like, well, actually you have to use this pattern here. Okay, so why should I use this? Just call Kate via Skype. Okay, you're calling Kate via Skype, and she just like forwarding you to Slack. So they have like another meeting there, because they're discussing some stuff. They have another like Skype communication stuff. And then you have call with your product owner, who said that, well, actually, guys, you have Jira story, right? Like, I don't see a point. Like, why do we have to even discuss it, right? We have Jira story. It is like estimated. It's like 3 story points, right? It's gonna be easy, right? Okay, so just raise your hand, like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, code duplication hell. So somehow you managed to succeed with this story, and you like made it in a proper way. You just created like 3 files with items.js, item section.js, and item.js. Okay, well, but actually like a few months ago, like content block.js was introduced by someone with the same functionality, with the same logic, with the same like styles, whatever. And actually, 1 year ago, it was like mega container JS as well, like, which solved the same problem. And you're gonna be like, what? Okay, just raise your hand. Like, okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, so all these problems, they create just a, like basic hell of this. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna implement this functionality. Yeah, yeah. So probably like by editing some CSS or by just like doing some refactoring stuff. You did the same, right? Or someone from your team made the same, right? Just. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Another. Okay, we're gonna skip it. Okay, that was private. Okay. Okay, and then we have performance hell because of this architecture. We cannot actually modify this component because it's really slow. It like even red. It's not working at all. But we cannot go there. So we somehow, like have to rethink this problem, right? And we go right there, like put it into the backlog hell. Like sprint first, we have like 3 items in backlog. Okay, that's fine. Sprint 2, a little bit more. Sprint X, way a lot action items there. The same situation here. Just come on, guys. Yeah. Okay, and like, so with all these challenges that you face with, you understand that probably we need some, like additional developers, right? Like who can solve all this stuff. And probably we can, like introduce all the challenges that you might face with. And they have like this quite easy onboarding because you go to your team member and you say like, okay, so this is pretty much straightforward story. It's 3 story points. Why are you doing this story like for half a year? And actually, because this like hell of components and hell of colors, which is also kind of like related to the previous hells. And I think that many of you just like okay with design system because it might help you just solve it. So let's have a look at like design system 101. So what are actually benefits of the design system? So just simply saying it can eliminate technical and design debt. It can help you with scaling the application, releasing faster without any design inconsistency. Also, you can increase actually your team with an easy onboarding. And it's kind of like the top one question. So design system might be implemented only with React. Well, actually, that might shock you. So next slide may be disturbing for some developers. So yeah, viewer discretion is advised. Well, actually, no matter which framework or library you use, or like once you create flexible, scalable, and stable software architecture, right? I mean, you can use Angular, you can use React, right? You can use Vueact, or if you have like one part of your application been written in Vue or something in React, or you can even write like in Vueact. Yeah, that also like kind of good combination. Yeah, like good luck with that. Yeah, it's gonna like smiley face just looking at you. So who is the owner of design system? Because it sounds like okay, it sounds easy, but there are like a few challenges with the implementation of design system. So let's see. Okay, so we have like a first option. It's a single maintainer. So usually, this is the maintainer who was kind of curious about design system and proposed this idea to project manager. So that's why, okay, just do it. Or it might be like a small team. As you can see, there are like a few like bad parts of it because it might be like too dogmatic, right? Because without like any like general understanding of the team, it really might be bad. Also, it's time risky because you never know what will happen with this particular person, and of course, it affects dramatically team motivation because you have your team been working on like additional sprints or whatsoever. You have additional maintainer, but it's like good for money. It's good for the project itself, but just in short period of time. Another trend nowadays is design system contractors. And it's not good actually, because actually there is a team who's gonna say like, okay, you need a design system, 1 month, you're gonna have it. Really? In 1 month? You sure? Yep. It might be, like time okay. I mean, like without any like additional investigation. Again, bad parts of it is team involvement and expectation versus reality. You just never know what they're gonna like ship after a month of this work, and probably it will not be a satisfying solution for your team. Another point here is kind of like back to the school, who's on duty today. So actually you pick a team from your project. Just a remark, once I talk about the design system, I assume that so we're talking about huge team, not just one guy or one girl who just working doing like backend design and what's so forth. So we have who's on duty today, and just one sprint, there's one team been working on design system, the next sprint, another team working on this design team. I mean, it's kind of good for knowledge sharing, knowledge transfer, and what's forth, but actually we're gonna have a delay, really big delay, like so like starting days is gonna be like really hell. And another point here is there's a thing that like blaming the previous ones, like well, we won't fix the performance issues because it was guys before us and it was team before us. Nope, no, this is not the way it works. Additional stuff is just everyone. I mean, you just stop the whole development. I mean, like completely. You just implement the design. Yeah, good. Yeah, like just put the sign closed, right? Just everyone involved into this process. Money, time. You have to think it over. Also, you have to think it that it requires strict control, because otherwise you're gonna like spend a few sprints without implementing like good stuff. But good thing here is that it creates shared value. It's a long-term profit for the team itself, and really creates flexibility. And another style of, so to say, owning the design system is a few maintainers from each team. So basically, you're not just splitting teams, you're just like taking one from each team. And actually, like from my perspective, it works really fine. And I'm not like kind of like pushy about it, but still it's like for me it's the best option. So you might have a question, so how we might switch from the old application to the new one with the design system, right? You will go just all at once. Like you have your old, very, very low performance application, you just put a sign closed, create a design system, and that's it. It's all done. Okay, you might face with a different, a lot of problems here, because once you skip the feedback or just ignore feedback, you will be just bombarded with a lot of emails about the just how can I use your application right now, because I just like the way it goes. I didn't like need this search component before, so why do I have it right now? Actually, it happens as well. Also, you can use a step-by-step approach, like New York City site did. So they have a link, so you have like a huge application running, and just one, so you can like switch back. Also, it has some benefits and some cons as well. And also there is like keep both of them. This is the option when you have like a lot of money, a lot of team velocity, so to say, because really maintaining both applications, I mean like the old application and the new one, and with the design system, it is kind of like difficult stuff here. But still, once your users have the option to use like an old application or just go step by step and applying the new patterns of the new one, it's going to be good in a long-term perspective, and it will help you to maintain the bulletproof design. So all design items will be stored in one place. So it's going to be like section in your design system, like this is the colors we have, this is the grid definition we have, this is the spacing that we use. So you don't have to go back to all these emails, like Skype calls and all these like sketch files. So it will help you with consistent design, and it will help you with scalable design as well. Because once you have all this like mess of all not related items, you have to scale somehow it, but it is only like available with the design system. And once we talk about the design system itself, it's going to be easy to have the design and code integration, and like Figma as well will help it with it. And as we are all developers, we just want to have like bulletproof development, and you can achieve it like easily with component-driven development, because it's kind of like hypey stuff, like this year, the last year as well. And with the design systems, you can easily apply this pattern, because it helps. Just it helps. You can use like a lot of checks, like code duplications and pre-commits hooks. Okay, that just kind of like technical details here. About the bulletproof releases that you will also have, I just want to mention that I really like Learner thing. That maybe like anyone here use Learner? No? Yeah, good stuff, right? Yeah, so it will help you to maintain the semantic versioning of your product. So basically you will not fail any like build or something like that. You will have these bulletproof releases, and you can build your application on demand, and your software, I mean QA engineers, developers, designers will have this, like environment where they all have look the latest without any like challenges. Also, it might help you with the creation of documentation updates, some changelog publish automatically, and so on and so forth. Yep. QA engineers will be also happy. That's it. And then, 6 cases when design systems won't be that good for your project, right? For your product. X sprints left. I mean, like, okay, we have like 2 months ahead of us. Do we really need this design system thing? Probably no, because it will take at least a month. Legacy code base. If you recognize your button component somewhere here, I'm not pretty much sure that you need a design system, first of all, because it's kind of like difficult to apply Webpack here. Yeah, but you might try, but I'm not sure that it will work. Another stuff, I mean, it's like kind of like from the management more, kind of like quote, team is already established and there is no extra money for that. So, okay, and you might, hello, and you also might hear the same phrase from your management as like, okay, we have to develop this functionality in 9 months. Okay, we will increase our team by 9 times and we will deliver this item in a month. The same guys. Just, yeah, it will work. Just sarcasm. Partial responsibility. When you have your application like partially available for you, the rest is not. No, actually, because once you don't have any access to the additional components of the product, it won't work. Additional hello from the management. It's like we're building nuclear weapons here. We don't want anyone to see our code base. We don't anyone to see our colors we use. Okay. Yeah, let's keep it secret, yeah. And like the last one is when you have like a kind of combination. You have this beautiful svelte application right there. Yeah, right there. And this part is not svelte at all, as you can see. So basically, it might be a challenge to apply design system here, or you can just avoid this part, rewrite it into svelte, and then it's going to be good. I hope so. Just, I guess that this is going to... this is the last part of this talk. It's going to be like bad advice about design systems. So once you are in this field, once your team are okay with that, this is just, like some steps that you don't have to do with design systems. So the first one is that the mindset, I mean, like from your project manager or something like that, we need this design system thing. Yeah, like we need it. Why? I don't know. Let's make it. Just think it through. Probably you don't need it. Once there are a lot of available design systems worldwide, it's not a good practice to just copycatting all the competitors. Like, okay, they have this design system, we can make it even better. Like, we can like make it twice bigger we add some video and all the stuff, and you just end up reinventing the wheel, right? No, just make it quite simple. That's going to be like simple for users, simple for developers, simple for designers. Just a quick note here, when you see the design system being provided by some company, and you see that the flow they apply, and you see that actually the process they have, you might want to join this team, I think. Just like my opinion, right? Because you just skip all these kind of not very good questions in LinkedIn. Like I see you can do Java. Can you make some JavaScript code or something like that? Or I've seen you've done some like PHP code like 10 years ago. Yeah, like why not? So yeah. Extremely optimistic time estimation. So basically it relates to the design system contractors when they said that, okay, 1 month and it's okay. No, it won't work that way. You need more time for that. Implementation of only UI kit components. That's not a design system, that's just UI kit components. You have to store all, just everything, not UI components. Skipping the documentation or over documenting your design system. This is also like the bad thing here. Creating a design system without target audience. You have to invest, you have to just think through the target audience beforehand, before creating the design system. Another tricky thing here is it's developers only club. The others are not available here. Just don't do it. Just call QA engineers, call designers for your beginning meetings, so you can have a broader and clear picture of what is going on and how we should really implement this stuff. Don't ignore feedback. Also, do not create new components without modifying the existing ones. I mean, you can create this beautiful design system with a lot of components, but still you have to think through just why should you have I don't know 15 variants of buttons when you can have one just really good one with a lot of additional things going on there. Just a note about the design here. Avoid pop-up modal and loader hell, because you will never know about the network that you might have. And once you have some small tiny component, which in case of network issues shows the loader, that's fine, right? But actually, once you have these, I don't know, 20 components, you'll have these 20 loaders. That's kind of not good. So that's why you have to skip also kind of empty containers, empty pages without any content. It looks kind of boring. Another thing here is language-driven development, because once you decide to re-implement the whole pattern you have, and then your probably designers think about the OK button in an OK button way. So they have OK, and the button is kind of small, right? But then later on, you'll switch to German language or some Arabic languages, and OK is kind of huge, and you have to re-implement all the UIs that you have. Accessibility is also a quite good thing to have while we talk about the design system. Yeah, don't play with that z-index quite often, because it's gonna shoot you in the leg. Implicit error messages. Just please avoid this. Oops, something went wrong. You're developers, you know what actually went wrong. Just or give any advice. Just refresh the page. I don't know, have a cup of tea or something like that, or or leave the country. I don't know, just be specific, because whoops, something went wrong. It's not that understandable. Yeah, and another part about accessibility as well. Once you implement some component, some functionality, do not skip accessibility, because once you think about it we're gonna implement it in the next sprint or just put it into the backlog, that's hell. And another thing is that probably you have to modify your design system. Do not create version 2, then version 3, version 4, and so on and so forth, because you will end up with your developers, your users being misled by that, and it's really confusing stuff. Okay, so where are we all going? That's kind of good question. Just this is the list of tools that will help you, if not already been helping you, to get your development team in a better position. So have a look at Sketch or Storybook or Zeppelin or React Sketch app, where you can actually have your sketch files on the right and your code on the left, and it's really easy to modify the code and to see just what is going on. Figma is another good thing, Framer as well. And they are not only React-oriented stuff. I mean, a lot of frameworks, a lot of libraries can be put together. Also, if you're kind of interested into some design aspect of design systems, have a look at the abstract, actually. So this is kind of a Git stuff for designers. So they are not able to just do this final, design final. So they have PR, they have commit messages, and so on and so forth. That's kind of good. Also, we have even a design system generator for Vue. It's called Vue.ds, and UX-Pin.ds as well. Just have a look at it. Just to sum it up, design system is not a silver bullet, but just give it a try. It might help you with your hell, with your performance hell, with your architecture hell, onboarding hell, or something like that. I guess that's it.
Great. Thanks, Pavel, for nice speech and great use cases. If any questions?
Наверное, уже могу сказать на русском, в принципе, вот. Но это мы все равно потом вырежем, да, там же маты еще пойдут, короче. В общем, давайте не стесняться, задавайте вопросы. Я привез хороший подарок с собой. За самый лучший вопрос я этот подарок и отдам. Ну, давайте, у кого там есть вопросы. Пожалуйста.
Привет, спасибо за выступление. Не знаю, наверное, вопрос в политику у нас идет, но ты думаешь, что проблема государственных сайтов именно в отсутствии такого подхода системного, а не в том, что там не очень квалифицированные, наверное, специалисты из-за низких зарплат и прочей фигни?
Не, я бы эту штуку вообще сюда бы не мешал на самом-то деле. Вот. Оно не только с государственными сайтами, оно так, на многих сайтах на самом деле, там новостные какие-то, там интернет-магазины и все. Они просто наклепают сайты и все, им плевать по барабану, там что девелоперы страдают, что тестировщики страдают, что в конце концов юзеры страдают. Вот и все. А просто, тот же, например, вот этот типа US Web Design Systems, он, просто показал, что еще есть такие штуки, и я просто продолжил копать в эту сторону, правда, это уже было очень давно, но тем не менее. Вот, и сейчас, когда, например, реально работаешь с дизайн-системами, это помогает понимать, как оно лучше все устроено. И вот, так что тут политика, государство тут вообще мимо. Но вопрос...
Можно?
Да.
Спасибо большое. У меня вот здесь.
Ага, я вижу.
Да-да. Скажи, пожалуйста, вот здорово вообще звучит все, да?
Да вообще офигенно.
Огонь. Реально же в жизни там много, на проектах, правильно, много участников, и явно не у всех есть понимание, да, о том необходимости вот все это делать, как-то настраивать, ценность, там, эффорт, все дела. И вот сколько проектов у тебя было, в которых ты там пытался, да, это как-то все развить, как-то сделать из этого реально какой-то состоятельный дизайн-систем, и сколько не получилось, то есть вот жизненная какая-то статистика, и как оно вообще было вот по факту.
Короче, 50 на 50. Вот, то есть, оно там, где нехорошее 50, вот, там типа все понимали, что это типа надо делать, вот, там деньги вбухивали, все делалось, потом где-то доходило там, грубо говоря, там до 50% уже вот там типа implemented, но потом менеджмент говорит, типа, не, ладно, пофиг, давайте вот, на старом этом вашем фреймворке фигачим и все дальше, типа, это такой кейс. Второй кейс, что изначально команда идет к тому, что она понимает, что вот типа если вот без дизайн-системы они вот реально будут все страдать. Это сначала какие-то там, не знаю, там митинги там создаются, там и воркшопы, где вот сначала все проходим и смотрим, что действительно у нас, не знаю, там типа 50 оттенков синего, например, есть. Вот, и понятное дело, что нужно его уменьшить, вот, точно так же с компонентами и все. Ну и по итогу там уже, никто не страдает, там ни тестировщики, ни девелоперы, ни дизайнеры, и все. Ну это да, это требует больших усилий, но оно, по итогу выстреливает. Но опять-таки, оно 50/50, короче, когда как.
Есть вообще ситуация, когда надо мигрировать с одной дизайн-системы на другую, ну там в связи с чем-то, там, она неудачная, например. Это вообще возможно? Есть ли в этом смысл?
Да, вообще такое бывает, но это бывает у очень крупных компаний, вот, когда они уже понимают, что, типа, переделать существующее вообще никак не получится. Вот, что там они, типа, позвали какого-то там супердизайнера, там супер какую-то дизайн-команду, они там, не знаю, делали там, грубо говоря, там 2 месяца ресерча какие-то и сказали, что не, пацаны, вы знаете, как бы вот, не, вот это не идет, а вот это идет. Вот, такие бывают кейсы, но по деньгам это вообще вот, супер невыгодно. Вот, но вообще такие кейсы бывают. Ну, я как бы, почему это заменшинил, что типа, не надо как бы делать дизайн-систему 2, потом дизайн-систему 3. Лучше ее, модифицировать немножко все-таки.
Спасибо за большой и хороший доклад. А от кого чаще исходило сопротивление? От руководства или от самих программистов? Ну, как люди реагировали? Вот вы приходите там на новый проект, говорите, а давайте там поменяем вам дизайн-систему. И там такие все, не, или да, давайте.
Но это чаще всего в это, упирается в это менеджмент, типа, как вот те слайды, что у нас уже есть команды, типа, и у вас как бы, фреймворк есть нормальный, он как бы с 93-го года работает, как бы, что вы жалуетесь, пацаны, типа. Вот. Это первое. А еще, например, со стороны девелопмента, не идет никаких сопротивлений, потому что когда ты уже изначально, не знаю, там нормально все, короче, прекратил все линтеры, короче, все проверки, что страдать? Ты просто продолжаешь дальше фигачить в своем компонентном подходе, и все. То же самое, как и, там, не знаю, тестировщики, но им не надо там тестировать 50 вариантов вот этого там search баттона, точнее, не search баттона, но этого, филда, короче. Все. Вот. То есть, чаще всего это в менеджмент упирается, и все, которые, типа, как бы, бабок нет, короче.
Легко получалось уговаривать?
50/50. Знаешь,
Либо да, либо нет, да?
Да.
У меня такой вопрос. На каком вообще этапе разработки лучше вот интегрировать эти дизайн-системы, если они не были интегрированы изначально? Вот есть ли какой-то такой момент, когда вот уже все, вот вафли не надо лучше? И вот как понять, что это такой момент и вообще какие-то оптимальные сроки?
Короче, оптимальных сроков не будет никогда. Вот, потому что, у дизайн-система это не финальная точка. То есть нельзя там сказать, типа, через полгода мы сделаем дизайн-систему и все. Она будет постоянно модифицироваться, то есть там постоянно будут какие-то появляться новые компоненты, там они составляться будут и все. А то, что, где понять, что критическая точка, это то, что, там уже вот этот получается бэклог, он вообще уже просто, его, жира, короче, уже не дает возможности уже дальше промотать, потому что оно, зависает, падает, короче, хоть оно там даже, не знаю, там на Vue написано или еще на чем. Вот. Или на Svelte. Вот. Это первое. А второе, то, что когда уже вся команда понимает, что, все, типа, так больше девелопить нельзя. Что у тебя там, не знаю, там CSS-ник на 35 тысяч строк, и как бы, его поддерживать, это уже все, как бы, конец, то пора. Вот.
А что ты думаешь насчет такого подхода, как изначально сделать вот функциональность, а потом уже вплетать туда дизайн?
Вполне может быть. Такое тоже нормально. Но опять-таки, это мы говорим, что типа, проект еще типа не стартанул. Он, типа,
на стадии разработки.
Да. Такое тоже может быть, да.
Окей,
и там просто очень удобно, что тогда, допустим, дизайн-команда типа сначала, типа себе делают, как бы девелоперы делают себе.
То есть это жизнеспособно?
Да, вполне.
Последний вопрос.
Спасибо еще раз за доклад. Очень интересно, плачевно и больно было. У меня вопрос такой. Не вопрос в том, что просто мы не умеем общаться. Это, конечно, холиварный сейчас вопрос и философский, но, может, это не вопрос, есть ли у нас дизайн, вот эта система или нет. Просто если мы не умеем, вот разработчики и дизайнеры общаться. То есть то же самое micro-interactions, что типа дизайнер видит вот так вот, оно сейчас будет бомбово, Вот серьезно. А программист им говорит: чувак, давай полегче что-то сделаешь. Но и вот нету вот этого misunderstanding. Вот.
Ну, вот это вот, спасибо за вопрос, это вот как раз такая штука, которая и помогает пофиксить эту проблему. Потому что когда, ну, у тебя есть ситуация, что типа, ну, блин, в скетче все нормально, а ты говоришь, что как бы, ну, блин, оно в жизни оно так не будет работать, ну, как бы нет. Или тебе показывают гифку, типа, говорят, ну, вот точно так же, не, оно так не будет работать. И когда получается одно место правды, где уже можно просто, грубо говоря, не знаю, замокать, показать дизайнеру, что типа, ну, извини, оно так не будет работать, то да, то дизайн-система поможет, ну, настроить коммуникацию. Ну, и очень много кейсов, когда именно не то чтобы дизайн-система, но просто в целом, когда вот так вот процессы выстраиваются, команда реально, ну, лучше общается. Вот. Но тема холиварная, да, как бы такая жесткая. Все? Окей, ну что, всем спасибо, что послушали мой доклад. Буквально я сейчас подарок еще кому-нибудь выдам.
Хотел напомнить про подарок.
Да. Вот, короче, ну, ладно, все вопросы были хороши. Вот, мне понравился вопрос, наверное, про коммуникацию. Ну, такой реально холиварный вопрос. Вот, и про дизайн-систему, там, версия 2, версия 3. Вот, но я там говорил про дизайн-версию 2 и версию 3, вот, ты, наверное, невнимательно слушал. Ну, так, ладно, типа... Вот, поэтому, собственно, я реально от всей души сейчас хочу подарить подарок. Вот, ну, я просто, ну, я же говорю, что я из Беларуси ехал, вот. Вот, целый мешок чистый, вот. Понимаешь? Вот, ты понимаешь.
Супер, это просто мечта.
Выходи, давай.
И сейчас еще так бэкстейдж, потому что мы с Пашей сидели вчера ночью, и мы смеялись очень с том, что насчет картошки, говорю, так, вот надо купить картошку, чтобы сделать деруны, и вот принести Паше, так знаешь, вот красивенько, вот, смотри-ка.
Ну, вот, собственно, держи, вот тебе. Да, все, держи.